Hey guys, Oki here! The day has finally come, Oki's Decklist reveal! First of all, I want to say thank you all for 1000 subscribers. It's truly an honor to share my Gundam TCG journey with you all, and I'm grateful for your continued support. Please stay tuned to the end of the video for an Oki special giveaway! This video will go over the super spicy red-white deck I used to go undefeated and take first place in 2 tournaments in a row. There were 12 players and I got first place. I faced super tough meta decks like green-white, blue-white, and green Xeon aggro and came out on top, going undefeated in both. I won all these tournament packs and I can't wait to rip them all open with you guys. Let's see! Oh my god! It's Quattro! Wow, look at the sunset in the background. Absolutely stunning. I love this winner's card. Wow, we have Gundam X. Look at the colors and how the beam hits the shield. So shiny. Alright, let's get started. So this is my deck box. I got a pink one to match my Overflowing Affection playmat. Do you guys like it? First, let me show you my resources. I went card hunting while in Japan and got myself a whole set of C++ resources. I think it looks so cool and shiny. Bling bling! What resources are you guys running? Let me know in the comments below. So this deck is red, white, pink with a twist, which stabilizes the early game with blockers while taking control of the field with powerful pink bosses in the late game. For the matchups, this deck dominates against green, blue, and blurple aggro as we can ping their smaller units down the turn they are deployed before it even gets the chance to attack. The blockers also help drag the game out until our boss cards come out, at which point they simply have no chance to settle a field at all. For matches against green, white, and blue, white, these boss units can just be as threatening as Epion, Freedom, and Wing Zero, so we can go toe-to-toe with them as well. Enough talking, onto the deck. First, we have our favorite blocker, 4 copies of Lefrith. He is super good for blocking common 1-cost aggro units like GM and Zaku, as we can destroy them while blocking. However, nowadays with gun tanks and blurple ping running around, we want to be as careful as possible as they can crash a low-cost unit into it and ping it down for free. Next, we have 4 copies of Ricky D. The 3/3 stats always comes in handy and he can check most early game threats such as Razels and Tall Geese tokens. He also takes out the X-base on 1 hit, which is crucial if you're trying to be as aggressive as possible against a super stalling strategy or a mirror matchup. His 3 AP also brings a lot of bigger units down to an amount that can be easily dispatched by Battle of Aces. Super good. Here comes the spiciness! 3 copies of Aegis MA mode. Yes, I am playing a small Atherin package in this deck, which I don't see a lot of other people doing. This is a tech card I choose as my local scene is very aggro and blocker heavy. Paired with Atherin, having 4/6 stats allows him to proactively hunt down smaller enemy units. If the opponent drops down 2 AP units, I like to use him to get rid of multiple grunts while also breaching. 4 AP also gets rid of blockers as big as Launcher Strike, which can force the opponent into making a hard choice. This card was super clutch for catching green, white, and blue, white decks off guard as they've only seen our white blockers in the beginning and will not expect us to suddenly drop a breach unit which can attack into their active blockers. Alternatively, we can swap him out for additional copies of Ping or Ale Strike, depending on your local's meta. Next, we have everyone's favorite Kshatriya. I'm running 4 copies because I want to draw her as much as possible. I definitely don't need to explain how amazing this card is. The fact that any cyber NewType paired with her can trigger the ping is amazing. Units that have a generic pair condition are bound to be always meta relevant as future support is released. With Merida, this allows you to ping 2 units on link and 1 more unit every time she attacks. This is simply amazing and I found it forces blocker decks to play more aggressively. Ill Strikes will usually attempt to force a trade, but at 7 AP with Merida, they will have to sacrifice themselves even with the AP reduction. Does anyone like my alt art? I think it's one of the coolest arts ever. I love it. Continuing on with the ping, we got 3 copies of Kibli. This is a super nasty late game unit that can turn the game around. She is super flexible as her ability activates with both Merida and Hamon, dealing 2 ping to any damaged enemy units. On the turn she attacks with Merida or Hamon, Kibli can do 3 ping damage in total, in addition to her attack damage. Linking her also gives you suppression, which can completely change the way your opponent calculates their remaining shields. When playing against aggro, you pretty much win the whole game after Kibli comes out. Pinging down their freshly deployed units ensures they have a hard time flooding the field, and pairing her with all-range attack can sometimes clear the whole field. To round out the pings, we have 2 copies of Sinanju. His ability is also super powerful for checking aggro and blocker units. Your most ideal scenario is deploying him when the momentum is in your favor and go after the shield area. Make sure to target down smaller units like gun tanks, swords, and Talgis tokens to put your opponent into a tough spot. This unit along with Cubely heavily controlled the board for me and ensured my opponents can barely set up a field to attack next turn. Super fun card. I've decided to not run full frontal because he doesn't do much for me until late game. His ability to deploy a low-level Xeon unit does not apply to my list. Solandra doesn't need Link to be good, so I decided to forgo him. For the last pinch of spice, we have the Justice Gundam. From being a super niche card back in the day, he is now seeing more and more play in the meta decks. I like to keep him in hand until the right moment to go for a surprise game-ending move. I really liked having him in the deck as he is super flexible and can fill multiple roles. Against heavy aggro, his 2/2 token can be left active to block, while against powerful late-game decks, Justice has a combined 7/7 stat line which can take down most units. Of course, against blocker decks, his token makes up a surprising second attack which could kill the last shield and steal the win. He came in clutch many times throughout my tournaments. If you've enjoyed the video up until now, please like the video and comment on what you think of this deck. Please consider subscribing for more content just like this. Now on to the pilots. We have 4 copies of Atherin Zala. He links with Aegis and Justice, allowing you to aggressively hunt down active units. I wish his effect was when paired instead of when linked, but he allows you to make all the surprise plays I mentioned in the unit section, and regular catches opponents off guard. Next, we have 4 copies of Merida. She is essential in the deck for facilitating all the pings. I'm sure everyone knows what she does already, so I won't spend too long on her, but having a super strong unit that also pings 3 damage and can check common level 5 threats like Illstrike is super amazing. Let me know in the comments who your favorite pilot alt art is. Lastly, we have 3 copies of Hamon. She is one of the most universal pilots in the deck as she can also trigger Kshatra's ability. Pairing her with Kshatra in a pinch will allow you to ping 2 units for 1 and 1 unit for 1, which is super amazing when you're pressured by aggro or trying to finish off a strong unit. Linked with Cubely, she becomes an absolute late game threat and allows you to proactively activate Cubely's ping to effect. Usually if I get the link up, the game will end soon. For the bases, we have 4 copies of Rulula. Being able to ping active units upon deployment synergizes super well with your other ping cards. I see other decks running Shuji's Hideout, but I'm not a huge fan about not being able to choose when you ping. Super good base. On to the command cards. We start off with 4 copies of Overflowing Affection, super essential for fixing your hand. 3 copies of Close Combat. This is super useful for picking off enemy units before they even get a chance to do anything. Use this at the end of the turn after an opponent deploys Zowards, Zaku's, GMs, or Talgis units to wipe them out before they can even attack. You can even bump this up to 4 copies if you want. 2 copies of All Range Attack. This is super useful against aggro and blocker decks, and get them down to the range for close combat or battle of aces to finish them off. This card also enables Cubely to start pinging every turn, so it's super amazing. Lastly, we got 2 copies of Battle of Aces. This is a little less universal than close combat, but 3 damage is super strong. Using this in conjunction with your ping units to finish off high HP enemies without even trading into them. I love it! That's about it for the deck list, guys. Hope this is super helpful for your upcoming tournaments. Please drop your thoughts in the comments below on whether you change any of the ratios or add in other cards. Now it's time for the giveaway! To thank you guys for helping me cross this incredible milestone, I have decided to give you guys something a little special that you can bring to all of your future tournaments. That's right, I'm giving away a special customized playmat to one of you guys. The playmat is super durable and aesthetic, and I use it at all the tournaments. It will be a brand new mat and there will be several options for the actual design. To enter, please subscribe, like the video, and comment below. That's all you need to do. The winner will be announced in my Christmas special video, so good luck to you all. Thank you guys for watching the video. Until next time, Oki out!